Hello there, this is Ken Meland. I'm a coach in Project Sequence 4, but today I'm going to offer a chapter in our video newsletter series on performance coaching, and it applies to all of our learners, regardless of the sequence they're in. And the topic is performance coaching, but the specific topic is creating a life plan or a 5-year plan, 10-year plan. But it's trying to help you sit down and set some priorities. And the tool we're going to use today to try and help you do this process is called a mind map. And a mind map is basically sort of a free-form brainstorming tool that actually works more closely with the way most brains work, and that is in a nonlinear fashion. So what you need to do a mind map, you just need a few materials. You need a pen or markers, and you need a piece of paper. And I think the best size is 11 inch by 14, but it can be virtually any size. Okay, so in a mind map, what you do is you start in the very middle of the paper with a central theme. And so our central theme today is life plan or 10-year plan or something similar. And you just put it in the middle of paper. And when you watch the drawing, you'll see that it's, I use a picture with it as well as the words life plan. You don't have to worry about drawing pictures. I'm a visual person, and it just helps my memory. Okay, branching off from this central theme then is you have lines or arrows, and you label them with one word is preferred. And in this particular case, when I drew this up, I put a branch for career, so it'd be like career goals, relationships, finance, leisure, and values. So I started with these, and I cheated a little bit on this mind map because I worked it out first. You know, I did it ahead of time so that when I did it on camera, it went a little bit smoother. Okay, so you draw out these basic branches, and then you go back to a branch, and you start defining it more closely. For example, for finance, some things you might want to do in your plan is, what is your savings plan? What is your retirement plan? What is your budget, maybe for the month or for the year? And what are you doing to help your kids in their future? In other words, saving for education. So you branch them out, and then it gets really personal because, for example, on the savings, you start saying, well, this is how much I think I can save per paycheck. So it gets very personal. But the mind map is fun because if you're thinking about finance and a thought comes related to leisure, you can go onto the leisure part of your mind map and just add it in. My mind is not linear, and so I frequently have ideas about one branch when I'm working on another, and it allows me to just hurry up and write it in. Okay, so once you get your basic branches done and fill them in with some details, with or without pictures, you sit back and look at it and review it. And when I drew mine, I realized I didn't have a topic called bucket list, for example, which is activities I might just do once and then be done with it. And another thing that I didn't catch until after I drew the map on screen is the category called health. So what you can do is you take some time off once you get your map roughed in, you let it incubate for a while, and then you come back to it and you add in things that come to you because you took a break. And so what was not done in the picture was the health branch, but I did add the bucket list. And once you are that far into the process, you can look at it and maybe reorganize it. And if you're really serious about it, is you can redraw it. the example you are seeing is a redrawn mind map, because I drew one earlier, and this is the one I did first. And to make it easier for you to see it, though, we decided to do it on a much bigger scale. Why do it? Well, when you joined the project-based programs, whether undergraduate or graduate, you were probably already fully committed. And so you added one more thing. And so managing your time and your priorities becomes a bigger challenge. And I think this is a good tool to help you be aware of your priorities, and hopefully it helps you get your project sequence assignments done too. So the book that I use a lot is called Mapping Inner Space. The author, Nancy Margulies, is a world-renowned expert as a facilitator, but she uses mind maps with all of her clients, and she goes all over the world. So in closing, I'd just like to say mind mapping is a good tool. I think in personal coaching, I'm trying to encourage you to make a plan. And when you lay out these plans, you realize what your priorities should be. It should make it maybe a little easier to say no to people who try to get you to do things that are not on your priorities. And I hope this helps. And you'll continue to see these kinds of video newsletters in the future with a variety of different topics. I hope it was helpful, and goodbye.